All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asks protesters who damaged public property to introspect, tells them not to forget that rights and duties go hand in hand. Centre plans to convert 75 hospitals in aspirational districts across the country into medical colleges. Last solar eclipse of the decade to be observed in parts of the country this morning. Several parts of North India continue to reel under cold wave conditions. And in sports, tennis ace Leander Paes announces his retirement from the sport next year. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has slammed those who damaged public property during recent protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act CAA. He said he wants to tell them to not forget that rights and duties are both important and go hand in hand.
यूपी में जिस तरह कुछ लोगों ने विरोध प्रदर्शन के नाम पर हिंसा की, सरकारी संपत्ति को नुकसान पहुंचाया, वो अपने घर में बैठ करके एक बार खुद को सवाल पूछे, क्या उनका ये रास्ता सही था? ये जो कुछ जलाया गया, बर्बाद किया गया, क्या वो उनके बच्चों को काम आने वाला नहीं था? झूठी अफवाहों में आकर हिंसा करने वालों को, सरकारी संपत्ति तोड़ने वालों को मैं बहुत आग्रह से कहना चाहूंगा कि बेहतर सड़क, बेहतर ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम, उत्तम सीवर लाइन नागरिकों का हक है.
The PM was addressing a gathering at the Lok Bhavan in Lucknow. The address followed the unveiling of a statue of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee on his birth anniversary yesterday. Mr. Modi said his government is making continuous efforts to resolve problems and challenges faced by the country. He said Article 370 and Ram Janmabhoomi issue were pending since long but resolved peacefully now. PM Modi also laid the foundation stone for the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Medical University in Lucknow. He said it will help improve quality of medical education in Uttar Pradesh. He stated that the roadmap to better healthcare is based on 4 points. These were preventive healthcare, affordable healthcare, supply-side intervention, and mission mode intervention. Mr. Modi also launched the Atal Jal Yojana aimed at improving groundwater level in 7 states. He urged farmers to opt for less water-intensive crops and irrigation methods that help conserve water.
अटल जल योजना में सबसे बड़ी जिम्मेदारी हम सब नागरिकों की है, हम सब किसानों की है. हम सब मिलकर के जितना अच्छा काम करेंगे उससे गांव का तो भला होगा ही, ग्राम पंचायतों का भी भला होगा.
The Prime Minister also christened the Rohtang Tunnel as Atal Tunnel. He said the tunnel connecting Manali to Leh will change the fortunes of the region and help promote tourism. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal made it clear that additional land of tea garden areas would not be given to any outsider. He said that misinformation has been spread that lakhs of Hindu Bangladeshis would enter the state and snatch away work in these areas. Mr. Sonowal clarified that this is not based on fact and added that no new Bangladeshi would be able to settle in the state as per the provision of the Citizenship Amendment Act CAA. At a BJP rally, Assam Finance Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma also clarified that no one entered Assam illegally after 2014. He said that nobody who came after 31st December 2014 in the country would get citizenship through the CAA. Meanwhile, protests of various organizations continue in the state against the CAA. Union Health Minister Harshvardhan has said the centre is planning to convert 75 hospitals in aspirational districts across the country into medical colleges in a phased manner. He said our target has been set to convert 49 hospitals, including 6 in Odisha, into medical colleges within the next 5 years. More from a correspondent.
Speaking on the sidelines of a function at AIIMS in Bhubaneswar yesterday, the Union Health Minister said that the centre has included 10 districts of Odisha in the list of aspirational districts, stating that the centre has planned to set up 150,000 health and wellness centres across the country under Ayushman Bharat scheme. Dr. Bardhan said that 25,000 such units have already been established. The minister also reiterated the Odisha government to implement the Ayushman Bharat scheme in the state. SN Patnaik, AIR News, Sambalpur.
Communication and IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has said that free Wi-Fi services will be provided to all villages across the country through BharatNet till March next year. He was inaugurating digital village Gurwara in Rewadi in Haryana. He said the ministry has already connected 130,000 Gram Panchayats through BharatNet. The minister stated that at least 15% of villages will be converted to digital villages in the next 4 years. Pakistani troops resorted to indiscriminate and unprovoked firing on Indian forward post and civilian areas in Poonch district yesterday. Defence spokesperson told AIR News, Jammu, that at around 1800 hours, Pakistani troops started firing and shelling with mortars along the line of control in Shahpur and Kirni sectors. However, alert Indian troops retaliated befittingly. No damage was caused to Indian side by Pakistan troops firing. The Vice President of India, M. Venkaiah Naidu, called upon policymakers to place citizen welfare at the centre of governance. He asked them to strive to uplift the poor and downtrodden sections of society. He was speaking after paying floral tributes to former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee in Andhra Pradesh yesterday. Venkaiah Naidu also called upon every citizen to commit to accountability and transparency in all aspects of life. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. A partial solar eclipse will be visible in India along with several other countries this morning. The annual solar eclipse will be the last one of the decade. During the event, the moon covers the sun's center, leaving the sun's visible outer edges to form a ring of fire or annulus around the moon. Prerna Chandra, programming manager at Delhi's Nehru Planetarium, said arrangements have been made in the planetarium across the country for direct observation of the eclipse.
इसका समय 7:56 है और 10:57 लगभग 11 बजे तक हम ये ग्रहण जो है वो देख सकते हैं। भारत के अलावा ये ग्रहण श्रीलंका, फिलीपींस, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में देखा जाएगा। भारत में कोयम्बटूर, तमिलनाडु और कुन्नूर में ये सर्दर्न बेल्ट पे पूरी तरह से हमें टोटल इक्लिप्स दिखाई देगा। दिल्ली से हम इसको पार्शियली देख पाएंगे। कभी हम खुली आंखों से उसको ना देखें, बिल्कुल सेफ फिल्टर्स का जो है वो प्रयोग करें। सोलर गॉगल्स, सोलर फिल्टर्स अवेलेबल है।
Devotees will also be taking a holy dip in rivers and water pools across the country on the occasion. Over 15 lakh pilgrims are likely to take a holy dip in the Brahm Sarovar in Kurukshetra during the solar eclipse fair today. In Odisha, the state government has announced a holiday today in schools and colleges due to the eclipse. Most parts of North India continue to reel under cold wave conditions. In the past 24 hours, temperatures in the national capital Delhi and adjoining areas have fallen by 3 to 5 degrees Celsius. Biting cold continues to sweep Haryana, Rajasthan, Punjab, Jammu and Leh. In Jammu and Kashmir, the 40-day period of extreme cold, known as the Chilai Kalan, continues since December 21st. The entire Ladakh region is also reeling at sub-zero temperatures. More from a correspondent.
Weather Department forecasts the prevailing extreme weather conditions will continue in Ladakh for the next week. Freezing cold weather also badly affecting the hydel power generation in Ladakh. The Nimu Basgo hydel project is generating only 12 to 13 megawatt, which is much below from its normal capacity of 45 megawatt. With Ramesh Chandra, Yangchan Dolma, AIR News, Leh Ladakh.
In Rajasthan, the severe cold wave has disrupted normal life. Road and rail traffic have also been affected due to dense fog. Our correspondent reports.
Many districts of the state are in the grip of cold wave. Sikar, Mangarh and Sriganganagar districts are the worst affected due to cold wave and fog. Pilani, Churu, Mount Abu and Alwar recorded minimum temperature around 5 degrees Celsius. Road and rail traffic has been affected due to dense fog at many places. Long distance trains are running late. Jitendra Trivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
The Met Office said cold conditions with dense fog are likely to prevail over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Bihar to the next 5 days. Westerly winds have also caused a dip in temperature in Nepal. Capital city Kathmandu recorded the coldest day of the season yesterday, with the minimum settling at 2.9 degrees Celsius. Telangana government has decided to raise retirement age of employees of the Road Transport Corporation RTC to 60 from the current 58 years. The decision will be applicable to all cadres of the employees of the state-owned RTC. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao also asked RTC management to launch cargo and parcel services to all destinations wherever an RTC bus could reach in the state. Renowned Hindi author Ganga Prasad Bimal was killed in a road accident in Sri Lanka. His daughter, granddaughter and a local driver were also killed in the accident. HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank condoled his demise. He said that Bimal's death is an irreparable loss to the world of literature and a personal loss for him. Born in 1939 in Uttar Kashi, Vimal wrote more than a dozen poetry collections, short story collections, and novels. Christmas Day celebrations in Hong Kong were marred by protest as anti-government demonstrators hit the streets. Riot police were deployed at various hotspots. As the number of protesters increased, police resorted to tear gas and pepper spray. Indian tennis ace Leander Paes has announced that 2020 will be his last year as a professional tennis player. The 46-year-old will bid adieu to the sport after the next season. He announced on Twitter that he will be picking and choosing tournaments next year to meet fans around the world. Leander, who made his Olympic debut in 1992, will look for one final flourish at Tokyo Olympics next year. He has made 7 appearances in a row at the Olympics, making him the only tennis player ever to do so. Paes has also won 8 doubles and 10 mixed doubles Grand Slam titles. Moving on now to a special segment, Year-Ender 2019. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry will come out with a national logistics policy. It aims to bring down total logistics cost from 14 to 9% of the country's GDP. The ministry said the policy has been prepared and will boost business competitiveness, economic growth, and make India a global logistics hub. Besides, a multimodal transportation of goods Bill 2019 has been finalized for approval. Its objective is to facilitate the movement of goods for exports, imports, and domestic trade. It will help fix accountability and liabilities for violation of its provisions. More from a correspondent.
In order to promote export, a new export credit insurance scheme called NIRVIC has been introduced for exporters. In the scheme, insurance cover for export credit has been extended by banks from existing average of 60% to 90% for both principal and interest. The Startup India, which is a flagship initiative of the government, is reaching new heights and making India a global leader in innovation. Around 26,000 startups are now recognized under the Startup India initiative. In the last 4 years, India's rank in the Global Innovation Index has improved from 81st rank in 2015 to present 52nd rank in 2019. To promote foreign direct investment, 100% FDI has been allowed under the automatic route for coal mining activities, including associated processing infrastructure. Pratik Shrivastava with the Year-Ender for AIR News, Delhi.
A grateful nation pays homage to the great revolutionary Shahid Udham Singh on his 120th birth anniversary today. He was born on this day in 1899 in Sangrur district of Punjab. Udham Singh was present in the Jallianwala Bagh, Amritsar on the fateful Baisakhi day of 13th April 1919. He avenged the massacre by killing General O'Dwyer in March 1940 and was hanged by the British in London. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to VC Pramod.
Thank you, Abhishek. Prime Minister Narendra Modi slamming those who damage public property during recent protests in Uttar Pradesh against the amended citizen law is the story that dominates headlines this morning. UP tense as PM calls for introspection, leads the Hindu, adding state government issues notices to people in Meerut for damage to property during protest. CBI takes over probe into Yamuna Expressway scam, reports the Tribune. And finally, after a long clampdown, Valley set for a ball. Well, the Times of India reports that for the first time since August 5, when Article 370 was nullified, the Kashmir Valley will witness a public event on Thursday. The real Kashmir-Chennai City FC1 League encounter at the Tourist Recreation Centre ground. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Pramod. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asks protesters who damage public property to introspect, tells them not to forget that rights and duties go hand in hand. Centre plans to convert 75 hospitals in aspirational districts across the country into medical colleges. Last solar eclipse of the decade to be observed in parts of the country this morning. Several parts of North India continue to reel under cold wave conditions. And in sports, tennis ace Leander Paes announces his retirement from the sport next year. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.